Everyone already knows that BLUEY is one of the best animated shows of all time. But do you already know which new character seasons 4 and 5 of this incredible series are going to introduce to us? Little Marty. Everybody already knows that Aunt Brandy is pregnant, and that means the next new character on the way is the girl's baby cousin. This little pup will probably be a red healer and will most likely be named after the girl's grandpa, Chili's dad, which means he'll be known as Little Marty, so people won't confuse him with his doting grandpa. There's also a chance he'll end up using that old crib bandage pulled out of the spare room in the healer house, and the episode about his birth has everything to become one of the most emotional in the entire show, because Aunt Betty always dreamed of having a pup. So get ready, because the tears are definitely coming right at the start of the new season. Little Bobby. If season 4 is going to begin with the girls meeting a brand new cousin, all signs point to them getting another one at the end of the season. This time, we're talking about Frisky and Radley's baby. Chili's best friend married Bluey's older uncle at the end of season 3, which left everyone excited about the Healer family possibly getting even bigger. The new baby will probably be a super cute mix of Blue Healer and Red Healer, just like the dad. Just imagine how adorable this little pup is going to be, so get ready, because this other new cousin is likely to show up at the end of season 4, closing everything with a golden key. We also think the name Bobby, as a tribute to the other grandpa, fits him perfectly. Today, we're going to show you how 20 new characters we'll meet in the upcoming seasons of BLUEY. So get ready, because we're about to blow your mind. New uncle, and if a new cousin is about to be born for BLUEY and Bingo, of course he needs a dad, the girl's other uncle. Aunt Betty's husband is one of the characters fans are most eager to finally meet. Our theory is that he absolutely loved the fact that his wife visited the nieces back in season 3, because it was after that visit that their family finally grew. This new uncle knows the girls helped awaken Betty's dream of becoming a mother, and that's exactly why he needs to show up, to show how happy they are in this new chapter of their family. It's long past time for us to see who Bingo's daughter is. Even though she hasn't been officially announced, it's obvious this character is going to appear at some point. There's no way around it. BLUEY's daughter is practically confirmed as the future protagonist of this universe. And because of that, it's very likely we'll see a time skip. Since stories in the healer world always work in pairs, the internet nicknamed BLUEY's daughter Roxy because it fits with the mom's name. And who better to pair her with than her cousin, Bingo's daughter? Maybe Roxy might even have a sibling someday, but our biggest bet is that the series will show the two cousins getting into trouble together, because no one imagines this narrative ignoring Bingo's side of the family. That's why this new little pup, Bingo Healer's daughter, needs to exist, and everyone will be excited to meet her. We believe the name Pepper fits perfectly for BLUEY's future niece, Bosco, and who has never wondered what Bosco would be like if he actually showed up. This character, Frisky's very first boyfriend, will likely appear in an episode taking place in Chili's memories. At the end of season 3, when Frisky runs away from the wedding, Chili comments that when they were younger, she and her friend loved going up to the lookout to think for a while. But older fans know very well that teens around the world also use lookouts to meet their boyfriends. So it's very likely we'll get an episode revisiting Chili's past. And in that memory, Bosco would finally show up as an important part of that time in her life, Grandma. And of course, we can't forget Chili's mother. She has to appear in some way. She's mentioned in the episode Dragon, when Chili explains how she learned to draw. Mrs. Cattle, Chili's mom, unfortunately passed away because of an illness, possibly some type of cancer, which the episode title hints at. Chili's sister will probably be remembering their mom a lot at the beginning of season 4, especially when she's giving birth to her first child, which opens the door for another emotional flashback episode. And let's be honest, that would be amazing to see. Judo's brother, Judo's younger half-brother, is practically guaranteed to appear this season. Ever since the Butterflies episode, Judo made it very clear she does not like having younger kids around. She was super rude to Bingo during their playtime. She hates sharing anything with younger pups, and that most likely comes from the fact that she has a half-brother, her dad's child, after he separated from Wendy, Judo's mom. Will this new little pup be one of Miss Retriever's new students? Maybe he'll even end up in the same class as Bingo. Indy's sister Indy has already mentioned she has a sister, and this character needs to finally appear in the show, since she was brought up back in the premature baby episode, when Indy was excited to pretend to be a nurse. In the story, Indy says she was really worried about her sister, because the little one was born too early, extremely premature and more fragile than other pups. It's possible Indy's sister is a sick or delicate little dog, which makes everyone super curious to see what she's like today. Not to mention Rusty's younger sister could really use a good friend, right? Maybe the two will end up getting along perfectly. The boss. There's a character everyone knows only by reputation, and not because he's friendly. We're talking about Chili's boss, the one she said she would freeze using the magic xylophone. This guy has been mentioned since the very first episode, but he has never appeared. It would be so much fun to finally see Chili's boss in an episode focused on her job. Chili works at the airport as a security agent, and we can totally imagine her day being full of hectic and even funny situations. An episode like that would be one of the coolest of the season, and it would finally show this grumpy boss everyone is dying to meet. Who's ready to see him in Season 4? Grumpy boss everyone is dying to meet. Who's ready to see him in Season 4? Alfie's girlfriend. Do you remember Alfie? The toy store employee who helped Bandit beat the girl's silent game? Yeah, this character must come back. Besides being super kind, he's the perfect choice to start a new romance in the series. Everyone loves a new cute couple in BLUEY. Frisky and Bandit's brother, Indy and Rusty. BLUEY and Mackenzie. Several couples have stolen fans' hearts. That's why the new season could easily open with Alfie getting a girlfriend. Would this character be a good addition to the show? We're betting yes. If you're into movies, video games, and even animated shows from pop culture, then you definitely don't want to miss the chance to subscribe to the channel right now. Joy. And how about finally learning more about Mackenzie's family? We already know the Border Collie came from New Zealand, which is very close to Australia. It would be awesome if the series introduced a pup the same age as him, a cousin named Joy, straight from New Zealand. She could move to Australia and start studying at Calypso School. And she could be someone who has known Mackenzie ever since the time he went through that trauma of thinking he'd been abandoned. For all those reasons, she totally deserves to join the new season. She would also be a border collie like Mackenzie, but with lighter fur. Andy, speaking of younger siblings, it's definitely time to finally see Chloe's little brother. We've known he exists since the very first episode of Season 1, but he's never left the stroller. Never talked, never played, never really appeared. Now is the perfect moment to introduce this little Dalmatian. Maybe he's finally ready to start going to Miss Retriever's school. Will he be a fun pup? Shy? Mischievous? The new season should show all of that right away, and we think the name Andy fits him perfectly. Hercules is one of those characters who truly need to come back this new season. The only time he appeared was in the episode Circus, when the kids wanted to put on a show, but Hercules only wanted to pretend he was riding a motorcycle and speeding everywhere. He would be such a fun character to see again because he's a strong, energetic little pup, perfect for helping his friends with rougher games and activities that require more strength. Rusty, for example, is always leading his soldier missions, and it would be great to have someone like Hercules on the team, don't you think? Even though he appeared once, he still counts as new because he never had any real screen time. Juno. Have you ever considered that we have a huge chance of meeting Winton's half-sister this new season? Hold on. It sounds confusing, but it makes sense. At the end of Season 3, the little bulldog went to live with his dad and the terriers. But early in the show, everyone knew he lived with his mom. So what happened here? Most likely, Winton's mom remarried and had another pup, a little girl we're calling Juno. If that's true, a maternal half-sister would be a really interesting character to meet, especially because it would reveal more about Winton's family life. So, will this new little pup actually show up? Dougie. Speaking of characters who need to return, Dougie is one of the fan favorites. And no, this doesn't break our list. Even though he's appeared before, it was only in one single episode of Season 3, and he's never actually met Bingo in person. Because of that, he still works as a new character, since his story with Bingo hasn't even started yet. The next season could finally bring Dougie in as a new classmate, and it would be amazing to see whether the long-awaited first real meeting between him and Bingo will finally happen. Chances of this happening are huge. Lulu Coco's older sister is another character who needs to show up soon. We already know that Coco has 8 siblings in total, but everything hints that there's an older sister she's closer to. This makes total sense because, among all of Bluey's friends, Coco is the most mature, always with solid ideas and big kid behavior. She probably follows the example of one of her older sisters, and that's exactly why fans are curious to meet this character. Who knows, maybe she'll appear next season? If we follow the same logic Bella used when naming Coco, we can guess this older pink poodle sister could be named Lulu. New teacher. To wrap things up, we believe the new season urgently needs a new teacher to help complete the school staff. Someone besides Calypso and Miss Retriever. And who better than a super energetic PE teacher to help Rusty, Jack, and Mackenzie with rugby, cricket, and all the outdoor games. A character like this would bring a ton of energy to the episodes and create room for great stories centered around sports and teamwork. It would be a fantastic addition to Bluey's universe. Furry Jr. Remember that super hairy couple that almost bought the Healer family house? Bingo even called them the dogs with no eyes. It would be really interesting to find out if that couple has a pup, right? They bought Cornelius's house just because it had a huge pool, and everyone knows kids love swimming. Their little pup could easily show up as a new student at Calypso School, and if the parents love water, it's easy to imagine this pup being great at water sports too. Can you picture him competing with the other kids? The Queen. Do you remember the $5 bill that appears in the Markets episode? It shows a drawing of the Queen of the United Kingdom, a tribute to Queen Elizabeth. It would be amazing to see this character show up in a brand new episode. Maybe she could visit Australia in person to give Bandit some kind of special award since he's such a well-known archaeologist. And let's be honest, Mr. Healer totally deserves an honor like that, right? Let's keep an eye out to see if this happens in the next episodes. Winnie first appeared in the cafe episode when Bluey met her. And later, in the Perfect episode, we learned she has several siblings. Her dad even says there are lots of pups at home. The new season might use that to show more of Winnie's family, expanding what we already know about her. Does she have a sibling around Bingo's age? Imagine the two of them playing together and becoming great friends. We'll only find out once the new episodes arrive. We've reached the end of the video, but we're leaving 2 awesome videos for you to check out even more details and hidden Easter eggs from your favorite movies and shows.